We are on the final stage of the build-up to the release of the next WWE video game made by 2K Sports, WWE2K17. Over the past 48 hours, we have received the details of the downloadable content and the season pass info. On Tuesday, during the SmackDown Live show, 2K on Twitter released details of, or at least names of, 9 downloadable characters that will be included in the game, or as part of the game, obviously. And there is, to be honest, the information that we have received today on the 2K website lists everything that is included or involved with the downloadable content for this video game. Looking at overall, it's pretty much kind of the same stuff that we've seen for a few years now. There's things like the Accelerator, there's several different packs, Future Stars pack, Hall of Fame Showcase, Legends pack, there's the New Moves pack, there's actually a couple of NXT packs for different consoles. So it pretty much looking at the overall build of the downloadable content for 2K17, it's quite a familiar sight. Obviously, the actual content itself varies from year to year. I'm going to go through and break down each of the packs. I'll give you the individual price. So this is the price I give for these, because I will talk at the end, give the details as listed on this on the WWE2K.com website about the season pass, because it is quite at the end. So I'll break down the pack options bit by bit, and again I'll give you the price that I give will be the individual price. So again, it's up to each individual person whether they want to buy the season pass or whether they want to buy one or two of the packs themselves, and whether they want to pick and choose. It's entirely up to each individual person how you want to play the game. I normally do buy, and I probably will buy again this year, the season pass. Apparently, according to this page, you get around about 15% saving, and some people complain that I use the Accelerator as well, but sometimes I actually prefer to use the Accelerator so I can enjoy the content of the game without having to worry about, I want to play as this person, or I want to use this particular part of the game, but I can't unlock it until I pass these particular challenges. And I do that so that I can actually use the content and go through the challenges at my own pace. So again, it's up to each individual person what they want to purchase. If you don't want to purchase any of this stuff, again, it's entirely up to yourself. If you just want to use bits of them, again, each these are individually priced, individually available. So the Accelerator, talking about that first, Accelerator is what you think, which has been every year. You can unlock again all the content on the disc that's available. So if you put the disc in your PlayStation 3, PS4, your Xbox One or Xbox 360, and a particular wrestler or part is locked, again you have to go through challenges. I'm not entirely sure how the setup is for 2K17 when it comes to regards to unlocking stuff, but Accelerator will unlock all that stuff. Only stuff on the disc. It doesn't unlock anything for the other downloadable content, but all the stuff that's on the disc, anything that may be locked or not available for immediate use, becomes unlocked. You can also decide the overall rankings and attribute levels for all playable characters. So if you believe in Bo, you can make Bo Dallas. I'm sure he is in the game. I think he's in the game anyway. If he is in the game, if you believe in Bo, you can change his attributes to being the best wrestler of all time. And if you don't really enjoy your trip into Suplex City, then you can make Brock Lesnar the worst wrestler of all time by lowering his attribute levels and rankings. It says individually priced. Again, the Accelerator will be available for $4.99. The Future Stars pack, this is one of the things that was really released, the information on it was released during the live reveal on Twitter during SmackDown this past Tuesday night. Future Stars Pack will contain playable WWE and NXT superstars in Austin Aries, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Mojo Rawley, and Ty Dillinger. Happy to see Austin Aries in WWE video game. Obviously, I'm happy to see him in WWE or NXT. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. That's a great thing. I'm really glad to see that they're in the game. Mojo Rawley, of course, part of the Hype Bros with Zack Ryder, and Ty Dillinger, one of the most popular NXT stars. Now, I will say at this point there is no Bobby Roode listed. I know some people will not be happy with that. There is no, obviously, none of the Cruiserweight Classic guys. It's to do with timing. The cut-off point was really around about WrestleMania, and I know Bobby Roode was kind of hanging about around WrestleMania, but there's a lot of legal stuff and a lot of work that goes into creating the models of these characters for the game. I think it's rather like a lot of the women last year. They didn't have the time, the capability to get them into the game properly. It's a bit unfortunate, but again, there's. I always talk about it. There's the creator wrestler. I don't think we know, at least to the best of my knowledge, I don't know how many creator wrestler slots we actually will be getting this year. But I'm pretty sure there is going to be the community creations aspect of the game, and many people make a lot of characters. So we'll see versions of Bobby Roode available. Brian Kendrick, Grand Metalik, Cedric Alexander, along with, of course, various other stars from other wrestling organisations. People can download them to actually use in their own copy of WWE2K17. It says Future Stars Pack available for $8.99. That's, again, these are individually priced. So if you just want the Future Stars Pack, there's roughly really $9 for that. There's the Hall of Fame Showcase. Now, the Hall of Fame Showcase, looking at this, it's a couple of surprises, things I didn't actually even think about when I actually heard that a couple of the guys were involved in the WWE 2K17 DLC. The first match listed states Cactus Jack and Diamond Dallas Page versus the Fabulous Freebirds, the tag team of Jimmy Garvin and Michael P.S. Hayes. Now, obviously, we get the arenas for at least most of these matches. We will also receive the arenas as well, where these matches are being hosted. One of the things that slightly disappoints me is the absence of a certain Freebird, as in Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Now, this first match is listed as WCW Saturday Night 1992, so we will get another WCW arena. I know if you pre-order with Bill and you get Bill Goldberg, you get a WCW Nitro arena. So at least one, I think. So I think the I'll talk about that in a second. So if you pre-order as Goldberg, you get the WCW Monday Nitro arena. So here you get another third WCW arena, as in WCW Saturday Night 1992 arena. So that first match, Cactus Jack and Diamond Dallas Page versus Fabulous Freebirds, Jimmy Jam Garvin and Michael Hayes. Also, again, the second match, Fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes again, but this time with Buddy Roberts. Again, sad we don't seem to get Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Obviously, there may be probably legal reasons for that. They can get permission to include him in the game. For whatever reason, he's not. But again, create a wrestler, create a Terry Bam Bam Gordy. You can have. Well, I know they were all friends, all hung out together, but I don't think all four of them were Freebirds at the same time. I'm sure Jimmy Garvin and I can't remember. It was really the tag team of Jimmy Garvin and Michael P.S. Hayes as the Freebirds that I really got to see in WCW in the early 90s. The Fabulous Freebirds tag team of Buddy Roberts and Michael P.S. Hayes will be facing a really good tag team, and something that I didn't even think of when I saw one of them being revealed on Tuesday night. They will face Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. Now, obviously, we learned on Tuesday night that Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, the modern day warrior, would be in the game, and that was a little bit of a surprise. Also, so it comes as a little bit of surprise to me that Kevin is in it, though thinking about it really over the last hour or so, as I prepared to do this, as I read through this and prepared to do this video, he's obviously pretty much ownership, I think, of a lot of the World Class Championship Wrestling stuff. Of course, it was him, his father, and the whole family that owned the company, and obviously he's sadly the only surviving brother these days. So a lot of these things still go through him. I don't know what the ownership of WCCW is, but one of the interesting things about this match being involved, we all know that Fabulous Freebirds and Von Erichs had a very, very heated feud in World Class Championship Wrestling, but the venue for this match is listed as WCCW 1986. Now, I didn't think I said, seeing Kerry Von Erich being unveiled on Tuesday, really Wednesday morning, UK time, as a playable character, I thought, oh, that's not too much of a surprise. He was Texas Tornado in WWE, but having the arena listed as WCCW World Class Championship Wrestling 1986 has got my wheel spinning, and I think, and I kind of hope, that we may see a representation of the world famous Sportatorium that once stood in Dallas, Texas, in this video game. I would love to. I know they had they had big matches, big events held at a couple of baseball fields, a couple of different venues, but I really hope we see a really good hope, because I've not seen any pictures. I don't know whether there's any pictures available for publicity's sake, but I'd love to see a representation of the world famous Sportatorium actually as this venue. I'd love to see that. Hopefully that is the case, that the WCCW 1986 venue that's listed is the World Fair Sportatorium. It's a place where a lot of guys, Cactus Jack, obviously Mick Foley, Steve Austin, so many guys passed through that. Even the likes of Ric Flair passed through there, wrestled there. So it would be fantastic to see that arena be playable in the video game. But that is fantastic to see. So that is, again, Fabulous Freebirds, Buddy Roberts and Michael PSAs versus Kerry and Kevin Von Erich, listed as WCCW 1986. The other matches in the Hall of Fame showcase: Ivory versus Jacqueline for SmackDown 2000. Again, we see Ivory and Jacqueline in the video game SmackDown 2000 arena. Sting with the gold and black tights versus Ric Flair, Clash of Champions 1988. So again, I think in total there's about 4 World Championship Wrestling venues there. Obviously, I don't think it would go under NWA. I know NWA it was when during Clash Champ in 1988 it was still NWA. I think it'll be kind of listed as WCW. I'd have to see that arena to see what it's like. But again, the very first Clash of Champions main event, Sting versus Ric Flair. Another Sting version. So I mean, actually, with the gold and black tights, we'll see Sting as Surfer Sting like we got last year, and also we will see 3 versions of Sting in the video game, as the next match is listed with Sting in NWO Wolfpack ring gear versus Bret Hart at WCW Halloween Havoc 1998. Now, I believe the Halloween Havoc arena for WCW was already announced. I think that got announced with Bill Goldberg being a pre-order bonus. I believe that was one of the arenas actually announced. So that's great. We'll see Sting as Surfer Sting. We'll see Sting as current Sting. And we'll see Sting in his NWO Wolfpack ring gear. So that's the red and black is the Wolfpack gear, if you're not too sure. Sting was for a short time a member of the NWO Wolfpack, along with Kevin Nash, Conan, Lex Luger, Macho Man Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, of course, as well. So we'll see Sting, Surfer Sting, black and white Sting as he is now, because he's already been announced as in the game, and we'll see NWO Red and Black Wolfpack stick. That's great. Also, not listed with an arena, but a dream match, we will see Papa Shango versus the Godfather. Obviously, played by the same guy, Charles Wright, during his career. We saw him, I think he's in WWE2K17 as Kama Mustafa. We will see that. No arena listed for that. I don't know what they'll do for that one, but Papa Shango vs the Godfather, two characters who were also announced on Tuesday night, will be in it. And the last match in the Hall of Fame showcase, the Big Boss Man versus the Big Show at Armageddon 1999. Now, Big Boss Man is listed as being with Albert. Now, they had a bit of short run team. I think that means probably Albert will only be a playable character. He will only probably be selectable as a manager. Not too sure about that one, but I am thinking probably he will only be available as a manager. Albert, A-Train, Prince Albert, Lord Tensai, Matt Bloom, I believe is his real name. I can't remember the other name that he uses, but more recently. But certainly, he is now the head coach of the Performance Centre. I do feel listed there is in commas, in brackets, with Albert. I think Albert's probably unfortunately only going to be a selectable manager rather than an actual playable character. But again, that's a few good matches. The Hall of Fame showcase: Cactus Jack and DDP versus Fabulous Freebirds. The Freebirds against Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. Ivory versus Jacqueline. Sting versus Ric Flair. Sting versus Bret Hart. Papa Shango versus the Godfather, and Big Boss Man versus the Big Show. So again, we'll get another version of the Big Show. So, to be honest, looking at it, I know that people complain about having different versions of the same people in the game, but looking at it, I don't think there's actually that many same versions in the game this year. I think they've cut back the last couple of years, after a lot of complaints, to be honest. I think they've cut back a little bit on how many versions of the same people that there actually is. So I think that's good, and hopefully if we get that WCCW arena as being the Sportatorium, that could be a really good thing for some of the fans of the video game. The Hall of Fame showcase will be available for $9.99, effectively $10. Again, you could buy these individually or buy the season pass, which I'll talk about shortly. The Legends pack, 5 playable characters of WWE Legends. Not too enamoured with a couple of the selections. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Eddie Guerrero, who was again announced on Tuesday night, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Psycho Sid, and Tatanka will be the WWE Legends available in the Legends pack. I could have done with seeing Roddy Piper still in there. He had a hell of a feud. I think it was the original Starrcade with Greg the Hammer Valentine, the dog collar match at least. Such a I would have loved to put them against each other. But again, create a wrestler. I'm sure people will make Roddy Pipers, and again, we'll see so many different wrestling stars from the past, present, and possibly future, as well as wrestling stars from around the world on the community creations aspect of the game. So, Bruce Barber Beefcake, Eddie Guerrero, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Psycho Sid, and Tonka, that will be available for $8.99. There's also My Player Kickstart. Players will gain access to unlock and boost created superstar ratings and attributes made available at launch as part of the game's My Career mode. We know now that the career mode will be to be or not to be a Paul Heyman guy, as if that's really a kind of a question. But there are several wrestling managers that I actually really like. Jim Cornette, I will liked Paul Bearer. Yes, there's a few possibilities. Players will also unlock all clothing made available at launch that provides attribute boosts in My Career, and the My Player Kickstart will be available for $9.99, so effectively $10 again. New moves pack, a wide variety of moves. There is the swing out neck breaker used by Charlotte, the elbow drop used by Zack Ryder, the face wash combo used by Samoa Joe, and the TJP clutch made popular by TJ Perkins, who is not obviously again not in the game. They probably put like one move of his in the game as kind of nod to him. But again, none of those guys will be in the game. We'll hopefully see them again, like I said, next year, and in the community creations. I'm sure many people will make them available for people to download to use on their copy. There's also the new moves pack. I don't think I said that. New moves pack will be available for $3.99. The two NXT packs are separated. There is an NXT Enhancement Pack for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and there's an NXT Legacy Pack for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I'm not sure what the thing is about. Last year or so, I don't think the My Career Mode, the NXT stuff has been available on the PS3 and Xbox 360. A lot of the stuff has been like aimed at the newer generation of consoles like the PS4 and Xbox One. So the NXT Legacy Pack, you can get Apollo Crews, Nia Jackson, Shinsuke Nakamura for $4.99, and for $9.99, the PS4 and Xbox One players will be able to also play as Apollo Crews, Nia Jax, Shinsuke Nakamura, as well as getting a 50% boost in points while competing at NXT during the My Career mode. Again, $9.99 for that for the PS4 and Xbox One, and simply the characters of Apollo Crews, Nia Jax, Shinsuke Nakamura for PS3 and Xbox 360 for $4.99. Again, like IBC, you can buy these. These are all the individual prices. You can also, of course, buy the season pass. Now they are advertised as $29.99. They are saying it's a savings of more than 15%. I'd have to do some maths, which take me a while to do that. But I tend, like I said before, I tend to buy the season pass, because a few years that I've done the math, it has proved that I've saved a fair bit of money. Normally, these prices are, when it compared to pounds to dollars, are actually the same. So instead of $4.99 for PS3 and Xbox One, it would be £4.99, which doesn't quite make much sense to me, but considering exchange rates and so forth. But if you buy the season pass for effectively $30, you get the Accelerator, you get the Future Stars pack, you get Hall of Fame Showcase, you get the Legends pack, and you get the New Moves pack. So that is what you get. We will get in the DLC. Obviously, Bill Goldberg, and I want to say this, Bill Goldberg, obviously, he is available for the pre-order bonus. I haven't pre-ordered the game due to finance, but for Goldberg pack, you get two versions of Goldberg, as well as WCW Monday Nitro, and the Halloween Havoc arenas. I'm not sure whether we will get him in the UK, because the last couple of years we've got the pre-order bonus. If you just pick up a version of the game on the launch day, that you get normally a code inserted in the packaging of the game. You go online, you go to the, obviously I've got PlayStation 4, you go into the redeem code bit, you put in the code, and you start to download what has been the bonus. I don't know whether that will happen this year, but I think WWE2K17 is looking promising. A couple of those a little bit surprising. The one at Eric's, the WCCW Arena, WCW Saturday Night 1982 Arena. Some decent stuff in there. Again, it could always be better. There's always people you would want to be in it that's not in it. People you would not like to see. Again, Bruce Barbecue, not too enamoured with him. He's not one of my favourite stars. But there's quite a decent bit. To see Eddie Guerrero in the game is great. To see the club, Austin Aries, Ty Dillinger in the WWE video game is actually, in my opinion, a really good thing. Again, It's up to each individual person what they want to buy, if they want to buy it, and up to each individual person how they want to play WWE 2K17.